think I've given this a good reboot. We're going to do one more run. This is Echo the Oracle Scroll. Any percent. With this category, there is no board on SRC yet, so we're just going to say it begins when you start new game. As soon as you hit the button here, it ends as soon as the Birdman takes your scroll and flies off the screen. Once it fades to black, you're done. So 3, 2, 1, go. So, ooh. Somehow it skips the opening sometimes. So here, this is any percent. We don't want those coins. We will grab 1 coin. We do want 10 echoes out of 20. There are 20 of these collectible echoes. We want 10 of them. Why do we want 10 of them? Well, because the game won't let us finish if we don't have 10 of them. Hopefully by resetting my console, my playdate, hopefully that will let things move smoother. So here, this guy's going to give us the scroll. This is a save. We have 3 hit points in this game. We also have a crank ability. So the 3 hit points, if we take a hit, we will respawn at the start of the screen or the last safe spot per game's definition of safe. We need a crank for that. But if you take 3 hits and you don't have more hit points, you will respawn at the last campfire you saved at. So I mentioned there are echoes that we will want to collect. This is the first echo. Echo the dolphin. No, that's not the first echo. Also, we're going to take a death here. So we respawn at the start of the room. If you happen to lose all of your health, all 3 health, you can get more. Like I said, there are heart containers. There's another echo in the bottom left. We can't get it yet. We will return to this area. Also, we're going to get this crank. And we're going to remember the word open. N-E-P-O, because we're spelling it backwards. Because there's an echo up here. So, if we happen to lose all of our health and die, the good news is respawning at the fire, you keep everything you've collected up to that point. You just do some backwards progress, which we can use for time saving. You're like, how do you use that for time saving? Well, you will see, especially we need to collect a pass and 3 scrolls, or pass and 3 scrolls, a pass and 3 stamps. We need a pass and 3 stamps to get to the final area. We'll need other power-ups also to get there as well. But the second stamp very much takes advantage of respawning at a fire. So we're about to get our first for real power-up. So this here is the Owlin Feather. It gives us the power-up you always want if you're a speedrunner. Dashing. now, game can hitch. Hopefully it doesn't crash. If it crashes, well, you just hope that you saved recently. There is no autosaves in this. But it can also hitch, which can throw off your jumps. The game is not optimized in some ways. That is the pass. And now we go back down here. And we want to open up a passage for us. Because there are some doors that work best one direction. And one of them is right down here. This guy wants our coins. We are going to try to avoid coins except for one. Possibly. We might try and get that coin. So this guy, he sees our elevator pass. And he's like, alright, you could come in, see the king. The king will give us a stamp so we could ride the elevator. But first, he has a challenge for us. And there is a time limit of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If we don't beat that timer, he'll still give us a pass. But we will not get an echo. So we are going to be very mindful of wanting to be sub 330 on this. Wait for this. Dashing really helps with your air maneuverability here because it delays your falling. Don't press forward too much because you can fall through the little gaps. Oh. Okay, lost a little time, but don't worry, that won't affect us too badly. That one can be tricky, so it's better. Oh boy. It's better to go a touch slower than to fall down. Right? Right. Alright, there we go. We are done with this. By beating that 3 minute 30 second timer, the king gives us a stamp. And then we also get an echo. I might hit that stomp a touch early, but it's all good. And as you can see from my splits, the next power-up is awesome possum because it's double jump So remember those doors we opened up. Around the coin collector. Well. Oh, I accidentally hit the coin. Oh well. It happens. It be like that sometimes. So, by opening these doors earlier, it gave us a quicker way to get up. And now we go Lava Lake, where the double jump lives. We will also collect a few of those echoes or orbs. So this area, that guy will not let us through because he looks at us and goes, "Yo, you don't have a crown." And it's like, of course I don't have a crown. I'm not a prince or anything. And he's like, "Yeah, you're a loser with no crown." Well, because of that, we have to take the sneaky way into this area. And there is a lot of screens we are skipping. So these torches, or braziers, when you light them, they will open up the doorways. So this door is now open. If you jump from below into a new screen going upwards, your momentum can do some interesting things. We need 2 braziers here for this door. But your momentum will give you a lot of upward boost. Don't forget to grab that. If you forget it, you will regret it. So here is the second prince. He will give us a pass, but he is like, "I need blueprints. I need you to steal some blueprints for me before I'll give you that pass." And guess what? Sounds like a good deal. So we will do it. So he's like, "You could take my double jump boots." Ooh, that was unfortunate. Just need to have enough height there. But taking a death there is not the worst. Oh yeah, we have double jump. Why is it not the worst? Because we are gonna, like I said, if you die, you go back to your checkpoint, but you keep everything. In this case, our double jumps. So right now we want to get, there's a blacksmith who lives at the top of this mountain. And that blacksmith will upgrade our double jump boots so that that little puffy cloud will actually have the effect of a bomb. Right, there is another one of those challenges. That one will lag the game so bad it will likely crash. So now there is another one of those echoes that we want to get to, and for it we need to light these 4 braziers. All 4 of them will get rid of the barrier up there, but the last one we've got to take a long way to go to. Up there is the blacksmith. Problem is, the blacksmith has a blockage in its chimney, and until we get rid of that blockage, he will not help us, because he's like, dude, the air in my forge is horrible. That was on me. Some of these jumps are a little more precise than others. Blow that open. Then remember this. Now we will get that. We will come back for that in a second. And he's like, dude, I'm not going to make you anything because my air stinks. And then you talk to him again. He's like, oh, air's good. Because he doesn't realize you did anything. This game is one of those. Oh, we do not want to take that route. It seemed like the good route. It wasn't. Now, down here is our save spot again. Well, down here. So we will hit that save spot again. And we're actually going to take a quick death because I made a boo-boo. Alright. Luckily, we no, not that one. Down here. Here we go. So we want this guy's key, because we will need one key on this route. Oh, I forgot to hit the time for my bomb jumps. I need to stop doing that. And then we go over here. Don't need that brazier because we do not want to go that way. And here, sand is the phrase that pays. So upset that I messed up my splits by not splitting on bomb jump correctly, but oh well. Good news. There is always another time to correct those splits. Forgot. We want to go this way. So those heart containers, if you get 4 of them, they're like heart pieces in a Zelda game. You get 4 of them, and guess what you get? A new heart container. Let's go ahead and grab that save spot. Fall down here. Oh boy, that was... Okay, not cool. Whew. Okay, wow, game. Not nice of you. Game got just a touch on the hitchy side. Actually, we will go this way. This way would have been quicker anyways. No, stop. Oh, what? All right. Ooh, almost made a boo-boo there. We'll go back here. Checkpoint abuse right there. So the blueprints kept over here way back at the beginning of the game. We want to take the upper path here on the left. And we need to remember 165, 70, 290, because we need to break into a safe. We're going to skip that. There's also a key in here if you did not grab that one key earlier. Be very cautious. And you could start turning that crank before you fully land, so do so. Oh boy, that was not quite what I wanted to do, but all worked out in the end. Head left. And so we saw the doorway earlier. And we need to get over to the left, right below us. So to do that, we are taking the most circuitous of routes humanly possible, my friends. And if the door doesn't open, don't worry, it will open. However, you have to make sure you leave the screen before you try and go through it. So if you ever have one of those on the same screen as you, and it doesn't seem open all the way, yeah, you'll have to leave the screen. 165, 70, 290. We open this up, and there we go. We got some blueprints. And to save a little time, it's a little annoying because there is no good quick death. But there we go. Because we need to get back to that elevator again. Which could take way too long. Unless you have that save that you've been holding on to all this time. Sometimes you will be able to go up to the next area without getting this third stamp, and sometimes you won't. Today is a won't. Well, this run is a won't. Earlier today I could have. And I'm not sure if the game will crash, if you'll soft lock, like what'll happen. So now we don't need to go up there because we have double jump. So once again, we're going all the way back to the king who was lazing about in his hot tub of lava. Right over here. And he's going to give us a stamp. And then we will just bop ourselves a few times so that we're back here. By the way, if we didn't bop ourselves, we'd have to take the route that doesn't lead to the elevator, instead leads below, and we fall down to World 1 again. That's no good. No good at all. Ooh. Did not want to fall down there. So there's plants on the left. You see some plants that are all spiky. Those are bad news. But we can actually bust them up with our bomb jump. There is the Royal Majesty here who will give us a stamp, but they want us to get rid of these square plants, which will also kill us if we touch them. But these square ones we can get rid of. That was kind of dangerous. Make sure you do not dash right when you touch one of those vines, or it will, or not vine, but leaf, or it will actually stick to you but not be usable, and it will not go away until you die. So you pretty much cannot handle any additional leaves until you die. And there's the source of these horrible... Boy, that was silly. I have not died there in forever. Alright, we'll go down here. And now we get rid of this thing. We pull it up like a weed that it is. So we have 2 more of these we need to get rid of. We'll just grab that coin. 1 is up above. We will take this bottom one first. Alright, and now we just continue on this path. You'll also notice on the left there's that thick vine going up and down. We need a power-up to get through those. And we'll get that power-up when we get the 3rd stamp. And we'll need that power-up only... Okay, there's where you'll notice that leaf did not work for me because I grabbed it in a bad way. Alright. Let's be careful to avoid that. So those thick vines, we only need to get through 1. And it's only because of the route we are taking. That's almost bad news. I'm going to take the quick death. Because it put us back up here a little quicker. Remember that key we took earlier? We now have 9 of our 10 echoes. We only need 1 more to finish the game. Well, we only need 1 more echo and to actually get that 3rd stamp and to figure out how to get to where we finish the game. And there's that last plant. Slowly ride this down. I know it's infuriating. It is so slow. Might as well save.
Have done better.
now we could get through vines, which means we go right back here one last time, exactly where we just were. So originally my thought was time would be after the end credits, because you can actually control the end credits. But if the game crashes before you see the end credits, something bad happens. You can't get back to the credits. There we go, that would be the final orb. So because of that, time will be oh no. That was a crash. The game, like I said, it can crash. Okay, it did not get that last orb. On the bright side, just one crash is not anything that I can't deal with. So we will just slide on through. There we go. Up to the archives, and we just have a crank to find. And a little bit of a maze to get through. Not to worry, it's not too much of a maze. It's not all that amazing of a maze. Especially if you know what you're doing. So this guy is frozen because this world is falling into the spell of a blight. And that blight is sapping people's strength until they pretty much turn to stone. And so, we just need to get through a tiny bit more so we could drop off our scroll, and in the process we're going to blow the mind of this one bird person who's like, whoa, you can move around despite the blight? What? And it's like, yeah, it's because we're full of energy. Also, we have 10 echoes. They'll be like, 10 echoes? What? And then that's the end of the game. So we are almost at the end. That final crank should have been a lot quicker to get to. There is a saved spot right over here that we're going to use, and time is coming up in practically no time. So time will be when this bird guy flies off the screen and the screen turns black. Using those 10 echoes, he can fly, and that would be time there, and the game crashed. So it should give you end credits right there, but it didn't because it crashed. And the reason we don't include the end credits is you could play post-game, and right now, if you go back here, despite the fact that the handle was not put in here, oh, he actually did come back this time. But sometimes he doesn't respawn, and because of that, we don't include the end credits. It's only when the screen turns black right here. And the game crashed again. There is end credits. You could control them, but I mean, this is kind of what the game does, unfortunately. I'm hoping they update it, because this is on the catalog, which means it's on the official Playdate store, and it should not be crashing that badly. But also, if you need help finding echoes, or you're wanting to find a good way to route this, go right here, and now you get a map screen filled with echoes. Also, if you give coins to... Oh, he is not showing up on screen. The coin guy is right in the middle of the screen here. If you give the coin guy enough coins, he'll mark fires on your map and eventually let you fast travel to them, which is pretty cool. Also, this game gives you stats, which is pretty cool. So let's see. Maybe if I slow down my button mashing. It'll probably crash again. No, it didn't. So now you do have end credits that you could skip through. Originally, I wanted the end time to be right here, but considering the game crashes so readily on that bird flying out, as soon as the screen turns black when the birdman flies away with your scroll, that's time. So anyways, here we go. That would be pretty much the first Echo the Oracle Scroll speedrun. This is the baseline. 40 minutes, 10.60 seconds. I need retime for, frame precision. But that's pretty good. The game's fun. It does crash. I'm hoping they update it to help with those crashes, because that's a little frustrating. I found it crashes a lot more when you're speedrunning than when you're playing casually. I think the game's meant to go a little slower. If you try and do some of the orbs, some of the echo challenges, like in particular the fire challenge, which is in the second area, it's another one of those rhythm blocks. That one can crash the game like no one's business and gets really hitchy because it overloads the game's everything, overloads the playdate. But there we go. This is the first speedrun of Echo the Oracle Scroll. And I'm going to try and get a board up at speedrun.com for this, because it's a fun game. Hopefully it gets patched and gets more stable with time, but even unstable, I mean, Mr. Platformer is unstable, and it's still a fun speedrun. Ciao.